Okay, hey everybody. I was asked to do a video on what we've done in class the last 2 days with our graphing calculator. The thing is, you might have to just minimize this and you can have both screens up, and I don't know if it'll work with you pausing this video and looking at the graphing calculator on your the graphing calculator program that you were to download on your computer. Okay, so here we are. We did this in class, but it doesn't matter the data. Okay, I'm going to look at number 1. Okay, we started off by just doing it paper pencil. So what I want us to do is, we're not doing paper pencil anymore. We're going to do it in the calculator, but this is what we have to go by. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to enter in your data into your calculator. So here's my calculator. I'm trying to fit all this on here so you guys can see. Now, first thing you're going to do is turn your calculator on. We are going to go and look into our stats. Okay, I hit the stat button, and now I want to edit my list. Okay, I'm going to go in, and there's nothing in here. It's been cleaned out. Remember, if there is something in there, for example, let's say there were 2 8s in list 1. You scroll up, list 1 is highlighted, and I'm going to hit clear, and now nothing is in list 1. Okay, so that's the first thing. So now I'm going to go ahead and enter in my data. And in class, remember I told you to identify, we were calling beverages sold as X, cans recycled as Y. So I'm going to enter in this data into your first column, which is going to represent X. I also went ahead to keep things straight. Right out next to it, I wrote list 1, and list, on this one, I'm using a different calculator, is list 2. Okay. So now when I go to do other stuff with it, I know exactly which list I'm pulling from. So list 1, I'm going to enter in 18. Hit enter. 15. See, I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. 15 and enter. 19, enter. 8, 10, 13, 9, and 14. Okay? So there's my list 1 or my X values. Scroll up and over. So list 2, I have 8, 6, 10, 6, 3, 7, 5, and 4. Okay, make sure that you have the same number of X values and Y values. Some of you were typing in stuff and you get mismatched dimensions, and that just means you have an extra X value or you have an extra Y value. Okay, so that's a troubleshooting technique. Okay, mismatched dimension means you are short one of the coordinates to make the ordered pair. Okay, so now my data's in. I want to go to my window, and I want to adjust my window. Okay, because we want to focus in on this problem, and we want to focus in on the first quadrant. Okay, so my X, because I want first quadrant, we're going to have our X min is 0, and our X max on the problem is 19, so I'm going to take it up 1 so I can see it. So X min is 0, X max is 20. Your X scale is always 1. Okay, I want my Y min is 0, and then my Y max is 10, add 1, which gives me my 11, which it's there. And at Y scale is 1. Okay, so my window is set. So I entered in my data into stat, I set my window. Now I want to go in and tell the calculator what type of graph I want and from what list I'm going to pull. So I hit second, and that gives me my stat plot. Okay, and if you look, okay, I'm going to look at plot 1, which is on. So I hit enter. We know it's on because as I scroll down, as you can see, the on is still highlighted. Okay, I want the first one, which is highlighted, and then my X values, as we know, I have put those in list 1. It says list 1. Okay, if you needed to change the list, remember you hit second and whatever list here is here. So let's say list 5, you do second and list 5, and that appears there. But I want it as list 1. And my Y values are in list 2. Okay, so I've entered in my data, I've changed my window, I've told it what plot. So now I can graph it. And there is my data, and if you compare it, it looks very similar to what you have here. Okay, now, I want the calculator to tell me the line of best fit. And this is the new stuff from today. I want to do a line of best fit. So I'm going to my stat plot, or excuse me, not my stat plot, my stat. I'm going to go to calculate. And if you scroll down, 4 looks familiar. It says lin reg ax plus b. That slope-intercept form they call slope m, and I apologize, I don't know why the calculator does that. So I hit enter. Now it's going to tell me, okay, where are my ordered pairs? We had them in list 1, and remember you have to put the comma. If you don't put the comma, it's not going to do it. And then list 2. And then hit enter. And now it tells me that A is 0.387, B is 0.991. Okay, round to the hundredths, so I get Y is equal to 0.39 plus 0.99. Okay? So I'll write that down. So the calculator is giving me this. I think okay, that's what the calculator gave me. And then what we found yesterday was this. And as I said in class, our slope is very close, 0.39 as opposed to 0.33. Our y-intercept is off a little bit. But again, this is us calculating with a piece of spaghetti, okay? And this was what our estimate was. Okay? Now, if we want to see how close we are, okay, we wrote down our equation. What I'm going to do now is go to y equals, and that just basically is slope-intercept. Y equals 0.39, x is right here, plus 0.99. That's the equation that the calculator gave us. And now I'm going to hit graph, and as you can see, it draws it right in the middle of our data. And that's what the calculator is saying is the line of best fit. Now, one other piece of information I want us to find is the correlation coefficient. So then what you're going to do is go to VARs. This is what we did today. I'm going to go down to statistics. I'm going to scroll over to EQ. And then if you see, all the way down at number 7 is R, and R stands, sorry about that, stands for correlation coefficient. And again, the correlation coefficient is how close the data items are to the line of best fit. Okay, so I hit enter, and now here I am, and I'm hitting enter again. And it says 0.705, so 0.71 is the correlation coefficient, which, as you know, just says it's a positive correlation. As one goes up, so does the other. And again, you can check it with your graph that you drew, paper pencil, and what's in the calculator. Okay? So that's linear regression on the calculator, correlation coefficient on the calculator, and scatter plots. All of it ties together. Okay? Hopefully you won't have to replay this, and you took some notes and you understand how to do it. Okay? Make sure you do the back pages. I think it's questions 3, 4, and 5. Okay, just calculator. Okay, and also on the questions on the back, okay, especially green class, because I did not get a chance to tell you this, you need to change, when you go to enter this data in, use years for your X value. Call this one 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't type in 2002. Then the same is down here for here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then for number 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? Okay, and remember you have a quiz tomorrow. This information is not on the quiz. You've got two-way frequency tables and just basic correlations and correlation coefficient, deciding if something is a strong positive or a weak negative. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.